Hello, 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 amigas, and welcome to Amiga Handle Your Ship podcast. How exciting to have these beautiful souls here with me today. I'm so happy and so grateful that I have the opportunity to interview these beautiful women, young women, who will be attending college, if not already started college. And the reason they're here is because they are recipients of the BABC Scholarship Foundation. Right? I'm right, right? BABC. And I'm just excited to have them here so that they can tell us all about their life history thus far and how they were able to get these scholarships. So I have here one, two, three, four, five ladies, and I believe there was about eight recipients. But I'm super grateful that we have our five here, fabulous five. And in a bit, I wanted to make sure that we introduce ourselves and where you're calling from, and then we'll get chatting. Okay? So let's start with the letter B, Berlin. So why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Okay, so hi, my name is Berlin Soto. I am calling from my house, or if you wanted another city, I'm from Downey.
Okay.
I am currently attending Warren High School. I'm a senior, and right now my plans are just, finishing up those college applications, and just making sure that I continue striving for the best that I can do.
Amen. Yes, Warren High School. I have my friend's daughter right now is actually in the same position. You might even know her, but I'm not going to disclose her name here. Oh, maybe offline.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Berlin, from Downey, California. This podcast is heard all over the world, so that's why I asked, like, what city you're in, so that they can at least have some perspective of the location. So thank you so much for that, Berlin. And so the next letter, oh, wait, Alyssa, I'm sorry. You were supposed to be first, A before B. I got to go back to school. Alyssa, welcome. Please tell us, where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Alyssa Ruiz, and I'm calling right now from my grandparents' house in Paramount, which is also where I'm from. And I'm one of obviously, the BABC Scholarship recipients, and I go to Paramount High School.
Nice, nice. So, okay, Paramount High School. Now, after this is we have two J's. So Jacqueline because J-A.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jacqueline Benitez. I'm also one of the BABC Scholarship recipients, and I'm calling here from Whittier, and I attend Whittier High School.
Whittier High School. Okay, awesome. All right, and now Judith.
Hi,
Hi, Judith. Where are you calling us from?
I am currently in a city of Downey, but I'm from Southgate. I attend Warren High School, and my plans as of right now is I just finished submitting my college apps, so
Mm,
hoping to get some acceptance soon. But yeah,
absolutely. All right, awesome. We're going to talk about that after. So, Serena, you're next.
Yes, hi, I'm Serena. I live in Norwalk, but I go to school at Santa Fe High School.
Oh, that's a trek.
It's a
Uh,
couple miles, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, but you live in Norwalk. Okay, so wonderful, amigas. Thank you so much. I'm not missing anyone, am I? No, I think we have everybody. Okay, all right. You all attend high school. And when one attends high school, you start to think about your future and where you're going, right? What's the trajectory? I knew myself, I already knew I'm going to be a lawyer. That was already my mindset. And so I was very focused on getting to the best college I can get into. Now, with you guys are all seniors, right, in high school? So, what was your focus to get to the college level? Anybody want to answer that? Yes, Berlin.
Honestly, My focus to get to that college level was just making sure that I was keeping up with my grades. That was my main priority. That's always been my main priority, making sure that my grades stayed high. And just being engaged in school and the community, just making sure that I was an all-round person instead of just strictly focusing on academics or strictly focusing on community work. And I think that has really helped me grow, and it's been a good help to be able to also put this in my college applications.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. And I think that, my God, you guys are a lot smarter than I was back then. Because I never even thought or considered to even attain 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 a scholarship for college. Like it wasn't, I don't know what it was, but my mindset was never like, I don't know how I'm gonna afford it, but I'm gonna go. But the thing that you guys were thinking is like, well, how can I go to a college if I can or cannot afford it? So I'm very, very proud of the fact that you participated in the BABC to get these scholarships. So along the same lines, Berlin, anyone want to share what was their mindset for their future in college? Jacqueline and then Serena.
Yeah, so very similar to Berlin's actually. It's something that I've always focused on is my academics, but also ensuring that I like receive a wholesome and enriching high school experience. So making sure, similar to Berlin, is being involved in extracurriculars and outside of school and community service, and just also making sure that I enjoy high school in general. So just taking advantage of all of the resources available to me to ensure that I'm building a strong foundation to be able to go on and fulfill my goals of attending college and whatever comes after that, but just ensuring that I'm building a strong foundation while also making sure that I'm enjoying myself and whatnot.
I love that. Strong foundation. Those are words that would not have been said stated by me back then. That's a sign of maturity. Truly, truly, truly. All right, who else? With Serena was next.
I would definitely agree with everything that everyone has already said. I've spent a lot of time focusing on academics, making sure that I'm keeping my grades up, that I'm learning. But at the same time, we have to know that colleges don't want just good grades, they want a real person. So I am making sure I'm volunteering with my community and that I'm in athletics, that I'm in clubs, just an all around working to improve myself as a person.
Mm, I love these words, Jesus. I'm so excited for this. All right, Alyssa, what about you?
Well, obviously, there's not much that hasn't been said already that I wouldn't say applies to me as well. But obviously, academics are extremely important. But it's also important to, remember to be involved with your community, be involved with your school, while also still, like, maintaining like a social life and getting involved with friends. Academics at times can be stressful. So it's good to, have those friends there that support you and, want what's best for you. So you get that motivation from them too and your family.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 1000%. Support is so, so important in every stage of life, not only in this stage that you're in, but also even me for a 50-year-old, Veronica can attest to this. We have a very strong support network that really helps one another, attends our activities, our galas, attends our book tour. I just had a book tour around the United States, and it was so wonderful to see the support and love from BABC and Veronica, of course. And so, as we're talking about support, and I'm glad that you bring this up because I feel from what I have bear witness with young kids that they find themselves very isolated, that they find themselves without support. So, what was that element in your life that actually made you find support, find a network, find the community versus be isolated. So, what was that of you that got you to be in community versus isolate yourself? Because what we hear as adults on TV, we hear about these kids that are living with anxiety, depression, isolated, secluded with their devices. What sets you apart from all that?
I think I could answer this one.
Yeah.
So obviously, everybody goes through their own struggles, and everybody has their own background story. So I personally like struggle with anxiety as well. So it's just being able to have like that self-control, and social media is an addiction, and it's hard to stay focused in school when you have a small device that's constantly going off. So what I try to do is I try to like, put my phone in another room and focus on my academics. Like I'll do 2 hours just doing homework, and I'll take like a break, go for a walk or something, come back and then continue, because it's hard just being locked up, just, doing homework constantly. So it's good to have those breaks in between, take a breather, talk to some friends if you need that break. And yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very important. I feel like you know how to break a pattern, which is very important. Breaking a pattern is important, especially in tough situations, because it could be easily the point in your life where you can go down and cave in. But if you break that pattern, go out for a walk, do something different than just being in your books, is a great way to pull you back into, you know, uh, into the element of cognition and importance and whatnot. Very important. Thank you for that, Alyssa. Anybody else want to share?
I know that for a lot of my early life, I really struggled with the isolation that I would put myself through.
Mm.
So once I realized that I was struggling with that, I really put an effort into taking myself out of that trap that I put myself in. And then after a while, I realized that I was in a really good place with myself. And I wanted to make sure that everyone else around me was also feeling that way too. So that's what I've been working on ever since, making sure that everyone else is feeling confident, happy with themselves.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And I could imagine just, I mean, we all went through COVID, right? We all did. And for you all, it must have been very challenging because you were literally isolated from friends. And the fact that you all came back to school and excelled, I see a bright future for all of you, because there's a lot of kids that couldn't really get out of that mindset of being trapped, isolated, thus the conversation we're having here. Very, very, very grateful for this information. Anybody else want to share? Judith, Jacqueline?
Um, I wanted to share a bit.
Oh,
I
yes.
I feel that it is kind of generic, I guess, to say that COVID was the point of isolation in my eyes, but it really did kind of affect my growth in a way, because I'm a very social person.
Yeah.
So I like to talk with people. I like face to face. That's something that I enjoy. And so having that experience just taken away from me within an instant, not really understanding what was happening until we were in it,
Yeah.
really did kind of affect me. So I almost feel as though that isolation gave me even more motivation to strive for more once we did come back out of that. It helped me a lot in my sports. It gave me more just something to work towards. It was something that, yes, it did kind of pull me back a bit, but it was something that now I have more to work for. So although I was pushed back, I can grow from that. And that's how I personally feel with isolation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very important. Very important. Um, Judith, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I definitely realized like
since I'm such like a social person, me like me wanting to still like keep myself going and everything, like during COVID, like that was like just the hardest time. Like I felt like I couldn't see anyone, and then like that restricted me because I was like I had no like push to wanna like really learn, and like I just like everything was online, so it didn't really like help in a way.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me, like it definitely affected like my mental health and like the way I saw like school. Like I definitely perceived school such a different way. Like I was just lazy. But then I realized like I couldn't be like that, and like the people around me, like they were getting unmotivated. So I felt like, okay, like I need to motivate myself and hopefully motivate people around me.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm 50 years old, so obviously you can all be my kids. For me, that time was actually a very, it was a good time in a sense because I had been working so much litigating cases as a lawyer, and it really put a pause on that. It was almost like God just sent me this like wonderful break. Like, you know what? Maybe it's not for you anymore. And certainly I pivoted my life and changed the trajectory of my life. And I feel that if we look at the positives of something bad, it could completely change the trajectory of your life. So, looking at to something that was supposed to be bad in your life, whether it's COVID or not, can you provide us an example of what you did to get yourself out of a bad element or a bad situation? Because I think it would be important for my audience to hear your perspective as a young adult. Like, what have you done, and especially for those moms out there that can hear it from teenagers. Don't be shy.
Um, I kind of mentioned this, but I started re-engaging myself in things that I wasn't in before. It had always been something that I wanted to do. Well, AP classes specifically was something that I always wanted to be a part of. And so I started to push myself, continue your academics. And from there, I was like, okay, well, the protocol of the pandemic is starting to lift. Let me start getting into sports. And I started to engage myself in school sports and outside of school sports. And from there, it was just, trying to find things in the community that I could be a part of and just making sure that I continue my life and I make sure that nothing was pulling me back, nothing was getting in my way, and just making sure that I live somewhat the teenage life, learning how to drive and just being able to experience all these things and not let the pandemic or other obstacles pull me down. Sometimes you'll fall, but at the end of the day, you could just get back up. So
Yeah, yeah, 1000%. I see a lot of nods and agreement. Anyone want to add? Yes, Jacqueline.
Yeah, I agree with Berlin, just like taking advantage and recognizing that we were held back for a little bit. But now that all of those opportunities were made available to us, just truly taking advantage of all of it and to help like myself build as an individual and also establish my own community around me, just like building more friendships and having more people I can engage with. I've been a part of the marching band program, and community is something that's really important in that activity because it's one we're something we say is we're as strong as our weakest member.
Mm,
So, being able to support each other and just uplift each other and provide that encouragement, especially coming back from COVID when band had been online and over Zoom for what about like 2 years.
yeah.
And so not being able to gain that musical education through our band director and just coming back and having a program that wasn't initially the best, but went ahead and we built a program and we all helped lift each other up. And it was honestly a really great season. So just using the difficult times to grow and use it as an opportunity to help each other grow as well.
Ooh, yes, 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 yes. These are music to my ears. So, amigas, okay, so as you're saying that opportunities to grow, when was the opportunity to apply for the BABC scholarship presented to you? And what was it about it that you wanted to try to see if you can get the scholarship?
So, I can talk about this one. I had been wanting to apply to scholarships because obviously applying to colleges and universities is an extreme like financial burden, and like personally I don't have that money to, go off to a great college, and I figured applying for scholarships would be beneficial to me, and there's no harm in applying to them. So I was looking up a bunch of scholarships and I tried to apply to as many as I could. And personally, my counselor from school had recommended me apply to this female empowerment one called the BABC Scholarship. And so when I found out about this one, I was like, oh my God, like this is the best scholarship ever. It's like a female empowerment one. And when I read more about it, I was like, this is an amazing opportunity. So as I was applying, I was like, I really hope I get this. And it was asking so much information like about like personal leadership roles that I've had. And I was like, and I went on to the organization itself and I read a little about the past scholars and how successful like they've been after receiving the scholarship, what colleges they've gone to, and what they've done with the scholarship they received. And it inspired me to, pursue further my education and hopefully be like them one day.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, that and more. Definitely. Who else wants to see? Serena.
Yes, I've spent the past 2 years at my school working to create a school library because we didn't have one before. So I have been working on that. And when I told my counselor that I was looking for scholarships, she pointed me in the direction of this one because I mean, it's for a book club and it's for female empowerment. And I do everything I can to be a good female role model for female role model for the people around me. So this was just an amazing opportunity in every way.
Mm. Oh, exciting. Oh my God. I love, 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 love. And Veronica is giving the hearts in case you didn't notice. Oh, look, you see it? The Zoom makes all kinds of like, if you go like this, I think they do balloons and stuff. Have you noticed that on Zoom? Or it's this one? Oh, it's not doing anything. It's okay. That's fine. Anyhow, oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. So now you guys have the scholarship. What are you going to do with it now? Obviously, you're going to use it in college for books, right? Because books are very, very, very expensive. So this is a wonderful way to pay for them. And and I guess it really depends on the school that you actually end up going to. And so speaking about the schools, what school is your number one top pick that you hope to get into? Don't be shy.
Definitely higher end schools like UCLA, UC Berkeley. So I'm praying, praying, praying that these UC apps and everything that I submitted gets me in.
Yes, yes, yes. Anybody else?
Personally, I would really like to attend Stanford. They have great programs there, and I think it's a great school. And obviously, it's a really hard school to get into, but hopefully, with everything that I've been doing and everything that I'm continuing to do, I can be a great candidate for it.
Oh, 1000%. Love that. Stanford, UCs. Anybody else?
Oh, 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 you can go, Alyssa. It's okay.
No, you can go. You can go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Similar to Berlin, my dream school is also Stanford. I also really like the programs they have to offer and just the whole environment of North Cal and the Stanford environment itself. I really like how uplifting and supportive the whole school is and all that it has to offer to the students.
Wonderful. Alyssa?
So ironically, my dream schools are USC and UCLA, rivals. So I hope that, one of them accepts me. They both have like exceptional engineering programs within them.
Mhm.
So those are my two dream schools.
Wonderful. I have a bias. I went to USC, so I got accepted to UCLA, but I was like, oh no, I need to go to USC. So fight on, fight on. Hopefully you get in. Great engineering. One of my friends went into the electrical engineering field and then got his master's at Dartmouth University. So it all can be done. Definitely. Serena, what about you?
If I get enough financial aid, my dream school would be Georgetown for political science. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I would love to go to UC Berkeley too. So those are my top two right now.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, I wish you all tremendous luck wherever you end up going. So before we get offline, I want to find out from you all. Is there anything you wish you had known that you want to impart on another student? So what advice you would give that person? In particular, women, young girls. Yes, Alyssa.
So some advice I'd give to young girls is, like, personally what I've learned is don't be discouraged, and like, you can do anything you put your mind to. Like, it's honestly just your mindset. And anything that anybody tells you you can't do, like, ignore them. Like, trust me, you can do anything you put your mind to, and all it takes is hard work and dedication. And so honestly, high school is a lot of work, but you got to just like enjoy it while you're in it, because it goes by in like a flash. Like, it feels like yesterday I was just a freshman, and now I'm a senior. I already submitted my college applications. Next thing you know, I'm going to be in college. So
Yeah.
it's scary, but you have to take advantage of everything. Take advantage of all the resources that your high school like provides you with. You know, challenge yourself, like push yourself as much as you can. Like, you never know how far you go until, like, you've tried everything.
Yeah.
So that would be my advice.
Oh, 1000%. You're absolutely correct. Yes, Berlin.
So, I 100% agree with Alyssa. I would also like to give the advice that, academics is really important and community service is really important, but don't forget about your social life. Don't forget about your friends. Make sure, like Alyssa said, to enjoy high school while it lasts, because it goes by so quick. It goes by so quick, and it's just not something that is worth missing. Going to those events are really fun. And for women specifically, like Alyssa said, don't get discouraged. You're gonna face a lot of roadblocks in life, and it's hard. It's hard trying to overcome that when you don't see the same represented, like the representation for people like you. But just know, if you don't see that, then become the person that other
Mhm.
people can see, and make
Yeah.
sure that you can just be that person for others, because chances are people like you are probably thinking the exact same thing. So don't ever feel discouraged because there's no one around, you're around, that looks like you or that is like you, because everybody feels that way. So let that be almost something that motivates you to continue pushing and continue being that person.
Yes, 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 yes. Wonderful. Anybody else want to add? Serena.
My biggest advice would be to take every opportunity you can. I know for a lot of women, it might be discouraging if you don't see people that look like yourself in these high level positions, but you're smart, you're strong, you're capable. So push yourself out of your comfort zone, try everything you can, and that's the only way that you're going to grow.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Bravo, amigas. I, I love to see beautiful Latinas just emerge and have a strong foundation and make sure you carry that through life. You will have challenges. I can I can give you 99.9% you will have very difficult challenges. Some will be extreme, where you can't, you feel like you're just being choked. And then there's going to be times where the challenge is not going to be as bad. But in either category of the challenge, important to have your support with you. And sometimes it's just your mindset playing tricks on you. And remember that if it's a thing that happens and it hurts you emotionally, psychologically, and mentally, for, if you start to think about whether this challenge is going to affect you in 5 years, and if it doesn't, don't give it more than 15 minutes of your time. It's so important to know that whatever it is, that suffering is optional. Pain is not, because obviously you get into a car accident and you're going to be in pain if you are injured. And that unfortunately is not optional, but suffering is. Remember, you always have a choice. And I am very, very grateful to know that we have such beautiful women who are going to make epic changes in life. And I'm excited for all of you, and I wish you the best of luck. And you can certainly come back in 4 years and be like, Jackie, I'm a lawyer, or whatever it is, I'm going here, I'm going there. I would love for you all to come back after you're done with college and see where you're at. Is that good? Keep in touch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, of course.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Wonderful. I'd love to hear from you. And just remember that, nothing's going to be too big that you're not going to get out of it, because you've been given a tough deal with the whole COVID thing. And look at you now. I can honestly say I felt very bad for the kids. Some of them couldn't walk like on their graduation. Some, it's just, there's a lot of psychological interruptions. And I believe that hopefully people are on the up and up, but I know that you guys are on the up and up. I'm excited for what's to come for you all and wish you the best of luck. I always ask amigas if they could provide 1 or 2 tips on how an amiga can handle her shit. And I've been like, ay, no, ay, no seas descarada, no le preguntes. But you are on a podcast called Amiga Handle Your Shit, so I think your parents would be okay. Do you have a tip? Yes,
Yeah.
Jacqueline.
Yeah. So to handle all of that, it's just to finding your balance is like really essential. Like making sure that you're spending the proper time, dedicated to your work and your extracurriculars and whatnot. And then also making sure you're having fun, going out, taking advantage, being human, taking all that stuff, but also listening to yourself. And if you need to take a break, listen to yourself so that you are well enough to go ahead and do what you want and do what you want with the effort and the dedication that you want to dedicate to it. So yeah, all of that, just making sure you find a balance.
Ooh, I love it. Love, 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 love. Anybody else? Redlin.
So, in order to handle your stuff, um, I think that it's really important to just like stay on track, stay focused, just know what your goals are, because otherwise you're just kind of moving with no goal, and that's, you want to have something. And so just make sure the only person that you really trust in is yourself, and
Mm.
believe in yourself, and you could do anything you want.
Yes, 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 yes. Amen, sister. Amen. Anybody else want to share? That's okay. These are wonderful tips, amigas, and thank you so much for being on Amiga Handle Your Shit podcast. And I'm sure I will see you again, maybe next year's gala. Unless you're going to be in college, so who knows where you're going to be. But anyhow, I wish you the best of luck. I know the sky's the limit, and so go make it happen. Go make it happen, amigas.